Welcome to the Trenches, an NFC East podcast where we will be conversing just like barbershop talk. Today's episode and the next two episodes, actually, we're going to be covering both pre and post draft of the pod, where we hosting on Saturdays at 12 noon before we officially kick the season off in August, which we'll be having some shows on Sundays. So feel free to rep your teams in the comments and let's get it. Gentlemen, welcome. How's everybody doing today?
What's going on, brother?
Good, was good.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Well, just to kick off the show, man, we're gonna do a little couple of intros. I guess we'll go clockwise on the screen. Trell, I'm your Native Commanders fan. The best team in the podcast and in the NFC East. Without us, these guys have no relevance. But I'll pass it off to my guy over here.
You pointing at me? Okay. So,
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on, y'all? My name is Shea, out here in North Carolina, repping the Eagles, as you can see right here, the actual best team in the division. Don't listen to what this man over here, Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, good to see y'all, man. Thanks for coming out.
Go ahead, Coach.
Good, okay. Yeah, it was good. It's Cole's Cowboys, representing the best team in the NFC East. Without us, none of these other teams are even relevant. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate y'all having me on y'all podcast. It's gonna be some good conversations today. We gonna unwind a couple of things respectfully.
Andre, fan of the 4-time Super Bowl champion New York Giants. We a little bit down right now, but we did beat the Eagles in the submission last week of the season. That's one positive we got. There ain't too much we got going on, but we gonna see what's happening. Man.
Yeah, it's about time. It took about 5 years.
Yeah, you know how that go.
It ain't been that long.
It took about 3, at least 3.
Nah, we beat y'all season before last. Yeah, we had Jalen Hurts looking like a running back out there.
Season before.
We wasn't looking too quarterback yet with that guy.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Y'all did.
Yeah.
But then we beat y'all 3 times in 1 year. That's crazy.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
You know how I go. We all have each other numbers at some point. You know what I'm saying? Giants, y'all got our number, but that's over. That's about dead. Philly, y'all got our number. Everybody had our number last season, but that's neither here nor there because we're in a whole new era. Matter of fact, to kick off today's show, we want to talk about let's kick it off with the free agencies. Going into this season. Matter of fact, did anybody shock y'all just yet? That's been released or retained in free agency. You know what I'm saying? Any shockers of y'all?
I think for me, it's just the amount of running backs that are available.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I've never seen that before. That shit.
Top running backs at that.
Top ones.
I think for me, it's the safety market. It's a lot of safeties available right now, and a lot of safeties aren't getting paid. I wasn't expecting that. I've been doing a little bit of reading. I understand why it is the way it is now, but that was a surprise to me that so many safeties is available this year.
Yeah, the safety. The safeties is that's what kind of caught me off guard too. Especially one of the best safeties in the league. You know what I'm saying? Justin Simmons just being available like that. that kind of caught me off guard. But you know, a lot of all these teams just letting their safeties go. Like, you know, is there any what y'all think the reason behind it is for, or do y'all think?
I think the reason is change of coaching. A lot of coach, you know, maybe Justin Simmons just wasn't, you know, part of the Broncos plan. You know, that was what's his name? What's y'all new defensive coordinator name? Shay.
Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio's guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he
come on
knows how
down.
to run that. And
Come
also,
on down, man.
you know,
Good take.
also it could be, you know, bad contracts. You know, some of these teams just can't afford the players that they got, and they just got to let them go. You know, so that's just how it is. You know, business.
Russell Wilson too.
Yeah,
They got to pay that 85 million or something like that.
yeah. But
Yeah, that's
I
over the
think we all
next.
knew that he was gonna go. You
I
know,
That's
think these
over the
things,
next 4
these
years.
things
because
broke, man.
they never liked him.
Yeah, yeah.
The expectations the Broncos had for Russell Wilson just went downhill after that first year. You know, they was already ready to move off, dude. You know, they knew they made a big mistake getting him that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
No,
just how it be.
I expected them to like bench him, and potentially bring in another quarterback, but just cutting them straight up. Like, bro, how bad do you hate somebody to cut them and still pay what 40 million and 85 million in cap? Like, you really have to hate that dude, bro.
You know, the interesting thing about
Well,
it
half
is,
my fan base want us to do the same thing with Dak Prescott.
y'all should do the same thing with Dak Prescott. We ain't gonna never win nothing in the playoffs. But the interesting thing about Russ is, I was reading somewhere that if Russ goes to another team, he can only basically take the minimum because anything that he takes from the new team will count against how much money he gets from the Broncos. So it doesn't make any sense for him to go ask for big money from another team because that'll just take away from what the Broncos have to pay him.
Okay. I
You
I
know?
I didn't interpret it that way. The way I interpreted it was because he was released, he's due whatever that contract was, between them. Like, basically they voided the contract. So he
Yeah.
has all power and right to create any new contract with any other team. So from that perspective, if that stands, what I don't, man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see Russ taking no veteran minimum, bro. He gonna get some bread, even if it's a 1 year deal, man. I'm thinking like 13, 14 million
Well,
minimum.
I think he don't got no choice but to take the veteran minimum because he's getting paid like 39 million from the Broncos, so he has to take the veteran minimum. I don't think he can get more. I don't think any team will pay him more because they like, shoot, we already paying you. You getting the bag from this team. At least let us,
Right.
do this. We'll, you still gonna get your money, and then we'll, depending on how things move forward, then we might revisit the table and give you a little bit more money. But right now, this year, you're getting that minimum. I think that's
Yeah,
what they mainly gonna do. I
I'm
mean, you
gonna
got to
see
see.
if I can find that tweet. If I can find that tweet, I'll let you know. Well, I'll send it to you via DM or something like that. Because I interpreted it the way you did with Trell. But then when I was reading about it, it was specifically about like the Giants situation and why it would make sense for him to come to the New York Giants because he can't take more money to go somewhere else because it takes away from the money he's making. But I'll see if I can find it. If I find it, I'll let you know.
So it was you that took that picture of him at the airport. You like Russ potentially coming to New York,
All right.
huh?
We can get into that in
They
a few
tried to
minutes.
get him a couple years
I
ago,
mean,
did y'all not?
it's better what
I
they got.
think we tried to get him too.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
Y'all
want to
mean,
did.
come to
most
He
teams.
but he wanted to go to New York though.
He,
I mean, Shay, y'all tried to get him
he wanted
too.
to go to Philly, didn't he?
And we tried to draft him. That's all. That's years ago.
No, y'all tried to get him. Y'all tried to get him.
Y'all did try to get him. We all
After Jalen first year, y'all tried to get him too.
Hey, when Dak was trying to get his
We
first
look at everything.
contract, he was trying to come to the Cowboys. Remember that whole hype when Dak? The dude just wanted to play with any team with big markets. That's where he aimed at.
Hold on. It says,
Let
"Good
me see.
afternoon, guys. What do you think about us trying to trade for Josh Allen from the Bills
Our next
for our
four
next
first.
fourth instead of drafting May, who's supposed to be the next Josh Allen?" This got to be a Commanders fan. Hey, brother,
That's
I ain't with
impossible,
that
man.
at all. I mean, I would take Josh Allen on my team. I would be lying with you with that. Like, nah, we good. In the situation we're in right now, bro, I want to start fresh. Like, I ain't thinking about no, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say retread, but I ain't trying to restart no situation. Like, I want to start fresh with my own quarterback.
Plus,
But
Buffalo love Josh Allen. They ain't about to get
yeah,
rid of Josh
right.
Allen.
Yeah,
Buffalo
ain't
love
doing
Josh Allen.
that. Hey, you got a question, Jay?
Yeah. Do I want Russ on the Giants? If it means that we can cut Daniel Jones, make him a post June 1 cut, yeah, I'll take Russell Wilson today. I just don't want to. I don't want to carry Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, DeVito, and the rookie on the roster. If we can cut, like I said, if we can cut Daniel Jones, make him a post June 1st cut, it it's actually ironic because he has some in his contract that Russell Wilson also had with that injury guarantee, to where if he can't pass a physical, you're on the hook for a certain amount. I think it was 23 million, if I'm not mistaken. He can't pass a physical at the beginning of next league year. So if I can prevent that from happening in any way, because I mean he's only played one full season since he's been in the league, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with getting rid of Daniel Jones before the season even starts.
It
This
kind of
would
sound
mean
like
bringing in a Russ.
it kind of sound like that's what's shaping up though. Like going into this off season, I was thinking, y'all not getting rid of Daniel. Y'all not even gonna bench him. But I don't know. It kind of sounds like
He's not
y'all
playing.
on them options.
He's not playing. That's for damn sure. You don't
Yeah.
want to cut him.
What's
Yeah.
his name? The
Yeah.
coach, his coach over him. He done with him, man. What game did he get in his face and just
He
fan him
threw the
off like
tablet
he
at
was
him.
just done with him, man.
Yeah,
They,
I forgot what game it was, but he threw the tablet at him. I knew it was over. I knew it was over from that point forward.
So I mean, this I guess is relative to free agency. But do you think that Daniel Jones could potentially be cut? Maybe not. Well, he couldn't be cut this off season. Like this is this the last season of the contract of that 2 year or the first year of it?
Yeah, now we have the out after this year. That's why I said if you can make
Okay.
him a post June 1st cut, it would be like he's basically cutting them next year anyway. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't affect your cap any more than it's already affecting the cap, and it wouldn't affect next year's cap any more than it's already affecting next year's cap.
And you could declare that you could declare a post June cut and get him off right now, right? But just declare him,
Yeah,
okay.
the Bills just did it with Trey White. Trey White, they made him a post June 1 cut because they saved the extra $4 million by doing that. He would have been a $6 million saving if they would have done it pre June 1st, and then after June 1, you save 10. So yeah, you can do
That
that.
could shake up free agency. Cause like even though like I don't, we all being honest, like Daniel Jones is him, but he's who he is. Not he's not him, but he's who he is. But at the same time, like if he's cut, like I do think that he would have some value, for a team. Just looking for either a backup or potential swing starter if necessary. Like I don't think he's out of the league just yet. Would you agree?
I think he has talent, but his injury history is concerning to me.
Yeah.
You've had two neck injuries. Neck injuries, you don't really want to play with those. He lost feeling in his arm last year because of that neck injury for a long period of time. And then when you have the ACL, and that wasn't even the most serious neck injury. The one he had suffered prior, the year when Joe Judge kneeled 2 times inside of the 10 against y'all. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one right there, that one was a career threatening injury. So I think he has talent, but he can't stay healthy. And if he keeps getting hurt, I don't know, it might not be worth it for him to keep playing football. I mean, he's getting 82 million for the past 2 years, or for this year and last year. I don't know. If I was him, I'd probably just call it quits. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pay him to go home and sit down. Hey, look, Coles. Kayla asked you what's taking y'all so long to restructure that. But before you answer, let's roll one of these promos.
Do you sit back and say, man, these walls just need something? Feel like it's time to freshen up your place with something new? If your answer is yes, then it's time to call Rob of Lewis Paints Plus, the accent wall expert. Rob will even give you a free estimate on how he can transform those boring walls in your home. To book today, call 240-418-5241 or reach out on Instagram at Lewis Paints Plus. And for 10% off, tell him Red Zone sent you.
All right, all right. But yeah, man. Like I said, Coach, Kayla wanted to know, what's taking him so long to get back his money.
Well, what's taking so long is it ain't about restructuring. They actually trying to work out a whole new deal. So they're in talks, and now it has been conversations from media that they haven't been having those talks. But you can
Mm-hmm.
really take that with a grain of salt. This is just how Jerry and Dak do do they contract negotiations. It's highs and it's lows. One day is looking good, the next day is looking bad. So I would really see Dak probably closing out on his deal probably before August. To be honest with you, they are trying to free up and reconstruct some other contracts to make room. They just did Zach Martin's yesterday, so
Mm-hmm.
right now, as far as Dak and CD, it's still gonna be one of those days. So, but both guys are gonna get their contracts settled in this year.
Yeah, so it ain't no chance back walking, huh?
That gonna get signed, man. It's gonna be. Jerry is weird. He likes the attention, so he likes to
Mm-hmm.
draw out these conversations. These are conversations that the mainstream media they need. Let's be real. They talk about the Cowboys all the time. It could be little stuff. So what more to talk about Dak's contract over and over again? Talk about the culture of the Cowboys. Jerry feeds into stuff like that. So he's gonna draw this out, get as much talk as he can, and then he'll finally pay. Let me ask you something. What contract did Jerry did not do? Did not get done. He always been sent to the cleaners every single time. They did the same thing with Zeke. Zeke sat out. He paid him. You know what I'm saying? The thing
Mm-hmm.
with that, finally paid him. And the way how he's doing it, I don't like it because it's holding us back from making big moves in free agency. Like if we was to, close a deal, that opens up so much money. Right now we only got like what $2 million. You know what I'm saying? So
So
it
y'all
ain't
broke.
we broke. We just got over the cap, man. And if we was serious about getting into free agency, we would have got these deals done and freed up money and been able to shop the way that we want to shop. But that's the Cowboys, man. What can I say? I'm used to it.
That's a good segue though into like one of the topics that was thrown out, like as far as like positions of need for, for our teams. Since you on the topic, like but you mentioned like that situation is kind of hard for y'all to scope out free agency right now. Like what I guess what's the biggest need in free agency are you looking at? What I'm saying, if that makes sense.
Our biggest need is really we need linebackers. We don't have any. Vander Esch may retire. He may be
I
forced into
saw a rumor
retirement
about that.
because
That was never confirmed. Like if that he's medically retiring.
it hasn't been confirmed by him, but I've been hearing a
Mhm.
lot of talks that he is retiring. I actually talked to Michael Parsons' brother, and Michael,
A word.
yeah, he cool. We be chatting it up all the time, and
Hmm.
he heard that he may medically retire. A lot of people came at him like, "Who are you to tell that?" But I'm like, "Hey, this is brother, man. He lived with Michael, so Michael
Yeah.
probably, they said he may have said something, and he's like, man, Vanderage might medically retire. They had those talks. So
Hmm.
with that, and I wouldn't, I would actually encourage him to do that because he had two neck injuries. The last one can paralyze him.
Yeah.
Like he had
No,
that
that's
bad hit against Trent Williams. Trent Williams like really knocked him out for the season. It's just time for him to hang up the cleats, in my opinion. But he hasn't came out and said I'm gonna do that. But I wouldn't. You got he just had a new baby. He buried. His family need him. So them things you need to consider. But we just don't have no linebackers. So that's the biggest thing we need to go out and get.
He got hurt on that Trent
Yep.
block.
He was out for the
Dang.
season. Yep. Yeah, Trent finished him, man. Crazy.
It looked like a finishing move, some Mortal Kombat jump.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, for no reason, man. That's how he played, though. That's how he played.
Hey, man, I miss him, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Trent was crazy, a monster, bro.
That dude, yeah, he a whole. Yeah, that's his play, man.
Yeah. Hey, what about you, Shay? What's y'all, man? Y'all got a lot of needs. I'm saying y'all shopping Hassan Reddick and them boys. What's going on?
Yeah. I answered Uno's question. Why are we shopping the top 2 pass rushes?
Oh, yep.
I'm actually not surprised by it. Well, the Hassan Reddick one was a little bit surprising, but I think it was more so about just working on his cap number.
Mm-hmm.
But basically saying that if they're not able to come to an agreement with that, then like you're welcome to look for a trade. With Hassan, I don't see how he's making that move unless it's a beneficial trade for us too. Like I would see like no less than a 2nd round pick for Hassan. Josh Sweat is a little different because he's actually we've been talking about this in our spaces about Josh Sweat possibly being a trade target because he's probably not a natural fit in the Vic Fangio defense. We're going 3-4 primarily, and he's probably better off as a 4-3 edge rusher. So, and the thing with both is that the other reason about it is that they didn't play well towards the end of the year. Neither of them did. We weren't getting to the quarterback. We weren't getting a lot of pressure. We weren't setting the edge. And I think at this point, Howie's trying to do a complete rebuild of the defense at the very least. I think the offense is going to be more of a retool, but defensively, that's going to be more of a rebuild because we saw obviously how bad they were. So they're worked on mostly the back 7 linebackers and safeties and cornerbacks, but also pass rushers too. Because Hassan Reddick, I do want him here. I would prefer him to be here if we can find a way to restructure his deal. Probably if we can give him somewhere like 20-21 mil a year, that's what I feel like would be nice. That would actually help us out with the cap room as well. Keep a premium pass rusher on the team. Josh Sweat, I think I'm more inclined if we're going to make a trade him. I can see that happening. It's not a surprise.
Well,
really actually.
Other two, like, so who? I guess I don't really know a lot about Josh Sweat, but with Reddick, like he's kind of like a specialist. Like he's just a pass rusher, right? He's not good in the run game, is he?
Actually, well, so like I said before, towards the end of the year, but neither of them are playing well, and that was like on all aspects for real.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, like, well, Hassan Reddick is actually not terrible against the run. It's just not his specialty. His specialty is getting to the quarterback, and that kind of dwindled towards the end. But I do believe, just overall, like, the coaching with our team last year was bad. Like as far as the coordinators, like we had to replace those guys. Yeah. And with Vic Fangio, I feel like at least with Hassan Reddick, he's got a skill set that he can use to be able to also not just passer, but he can drop in coverage sometimes, not too much, but sometimes. And I feel like we just need as many pass rushes as you can get. You need as many pass rushes as you can have on this type of in this type of NFL. So I'd rather keep him. But if they decide to trade him, I do know how he's going to at least get his money's worth for it.
Yeah. Well, you did replace an OC in free agency, quote unquote, with Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Taylor's asking, how do you think that marriage is going to be between him and Jalen?
It should be refreshing. Honestly, it should be refreshing. What Kellen Moore brings to
you comfortable with Jalen as a primary, like just straight up passer, like for real?
Yes, I've seen him do it. I've literally seen him do it. Like I don't know why people act like Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball at all.
No, it ain't about that.
No, it ain't about that. It's just drop back Jalen, bro. I want to go against him every time.
Drop back scheme, man.
Yeah.
he not gonna let Jalen use his legs as much as y'all want him to. Like he gonna take that complete. Dak Prescott was a mobile quarterback. And once of course the injury came into play, but the injury was good. He was good to run. They kept him from running.
Mm-hmm.
He was finally back running last season with Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm concerned about, because I'm like, that's what Kellen love to throw the ball, man. Like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, they gonna love Kellen.
That's what they want. But that's the thing. It's like that's what they wanted. They want
Yeah,
Jalen to get that progression as a passer. They want him to take
I know the
speed.
physical talent of Jacob, like his arm big, he accurate. But
Yeah.
what I question honestly is the post snap process. Like that's where and in that situation with Kellen having him drop back so much, like how can he really handle that? And I'm not saying he can't. It's just from where I am and my thinking of Jalen right now, I don't think he's that quarterback just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't be, but right now I'm ready to tee off on him. That's but we ain't got nobody to
But see, here's the thing. So here's the thing, though. As far as like Jalen, like as far as that part of his game, I think we can all agree that in 2022, his progression in regards to that aspect had grew leaps and bounds for where it was in Alabama, even up until his rookie year. To this, it was like one of the bigger jumps that you've seen in recent memory out of a quarterback. Like literally, almost should have won the MVP, just got hurt. That's how good he was. I think last year, what ended up happening was we had schemes that weren't helping anybody out on our offense as far as just progressions for Jalen and for our route running for AJ and Devontae. Like our route trees were horrendous. They were very much one-sided, like literally on one side of the field, nothing in the middle. Like people say Jalen can't throw in the middle. I can show you the examples of him throwing good passes in the middle. You just got to give him a chance to do it. With the guys you have, you should be able to do so. And we just weren't doing it. It didn't make any sense. Like a lot of us were watching the games and nothing flowed the way it did the year before. The route concepts were very elementary. There was never a flow as far as like the run pass balance. We can still run the ball. Like we still can run the ball. I think even this year, I expect Cam Jurgens to be able to naturally fit into being a center, and hopefully we get somebody at right guard and still be able to run the ball when we need to. But I feel like last year, like more than anything, our coaching and our schemes didn't do anybody any favors. No, Jalen's had to do better at being able to not turn the ball over and not be able to not build pockets too early. I feel like our offense started to make him uncomfortable, so he started to fall into bad habits from before, as opposed to the year before when he was actually making progressions and he was making those throws. Another thing we didn't have is hot reads. We never had hot reads for blitzes. I feel like if you can put that in our offense, I think Jalen can hit that. I don't think it's impossible for Jalen to be able to make those throws. I think he's actually very, as far as football IQ, he's very intelligent. His teammates always trust him. What's going to be different is like what is he going to take more responsibility with making some of the blitz calls and adjustments at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be a little different. Hopefully they get to work on that early so we can get used to it. I'm excited to see it. You know, it's just refreshing. Like anything that's better than what we were looking at last year, it's going to be refreshing for me because last year was, boy, that was rough.
Do y'all have holes on the O line? I mean, I know Kelsey's leaving, but like. Outside of him,
it depends. So right now, yes, because Kelsey's gone. Cam Jurgens was our starting right guard, but he was drafted to be our feature center. Like actually, Jason Kelsey actually had a big hand in like hand picking him. Like he talked about it. Like he was like find somebody that was more like most like you. He said like the past 2 years he had looked through drafts. Like Cam Jurgens was more like him than anybody else. So they drafted him. So I think the plan is they'll move him over to center and see where they can find a right guard either in the free agency period or in draft because there'll be options. A lot of people have projected us. We'll get to it later about draft picks. The kid from Oregon. But I think we should just go ahead and just move Cam over to center and see if we can find a right guard later on. So that's the only real hole. I mean, but the positions are still there. You got Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson, two of the best tackles, maybe the best tackle tandem of football. Landon Dickerson, one of the best young left guards in football. So We're not completely hurting. I like, if you ever seen Cam Jurgens film in preseason from like a year ago, he was playing center. He was beating people up. So if he can bring that back, we'll be fine. But it remains to be seen, though.
I just saw some breaking news hit NFL, but before we talk about it, let's get another commercial break in.
Hi, I'm Christian Miles, native Washingtonian and real estate agent servicing the Washington metropolitan area. I started my career as an investor and later transitioned to the residential side. I really wanted to leave the investor side because I wanted to connect with people. Building relationships is important to me. I understand the buying and selling process can be challenging. I get it. I've been there. I'm a mom, wife, friend, and neighbor. I absolutely love helping families and connecting with people. Going through the home buying and selling process is stressful enough. When working with me, I make it fun. As a realtor, I think it's important to be able to connect with you. Every detail is important, no matter how small. Let me take care of the heavy lifting while you focus on the joys of finding a new home. Something I live by, people may not remember what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. With me, it's an experience.
So breaking news, the Broncos and the Browns agreed to a deal to trade Jerry Jeudy in exchange for 2 draft picks. Interesting. So Broncos clearing cap, boy. Russ
Broncos cleaning the house, man.
They get rid of everybody.
They trying to rebuild.
Sean Payton next. Can they get rid of Sean Payton next? That's what they really need to do.
But to that point, though, if they gutting that team like that, bro, Sean got some runway. He ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
He's the
That's
problem.
a great pickup for the Browns. You got him over there with Cooper. I mean, I know you got the running back coming back off injury, but those injuries aren't like they used to be back in the day. And they got a really good offensive line over there. Jerry Jeudy should be a welcome addition over there.
I forgot Cooper's over there. Yeah, that's
Cooper's still going too.
Gonna be a nice combo.
Mm-hmm.
Who the quarterback though?
They got the other kid too. I can't think of his name right now at the wide receiver.
Are you talking about DPJ or another one? They got is Donovan Peoples-Jones still over there? I don't know if he is.
No, he's not. I don't think he's there anymore.
Yeah. I don't know who the other receiver is.
I know they got Njoku. That's who I want on my team.
Njoku is nice. Njoku is nice. Yeah. Elijah Moore. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, they picked him up.
And they got Cedric Tillman. They got a good core. That's a good core.
Yeah, that's a nice little core.
Nice.
Who the quarterback though? Y'all think Deshaun gonna bounce back? I'm kind of old. I'm over
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. He hasn't been able to get that mojo back since all that.
Yeah, I think he done. I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it in him.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
Unless he got a real good quarterbacks coach that can get him back into his groove.
I don't think it's like he physically can't do it anymore. I don't think it's up here. Like and in here, I don't think he got the drive no more.
That's still the worst trade in NFL history, even with the Russell Wilson stuff.
Horrible trade. He the reason why we couldn't get Lamar Jackson. That collusion.
that fully guaranteed messed it up for y'all. Thank you. I appreciate him for that, though. I don't want Lamar nowhere near this damn division.
That's a fact.
Sir.
Y'all know it too. Lamar would have been a commander had damn Deshaun. I had that crazy.
Nope. Erroneous.
Them owners got together and said, nope, not again.
We're not entertaining that. Dude. Y'all take
Russell Wilson. Think that Lamar would make a difference for the Commanders back then?
Nah, Lamar. No, it would have been season. It would have been this season.
It would have did something,
Yeah,
dog. No,
They
man,
could've-
Lamar Jackson's a plus multiplier of a quarterback, dude.
Lamar would have been cooking with EB. Like
He'll cook mostly
Sam
anyway.
man.
EB
Them
would still have his job.
He might not cook in Carolina. I don't think he cooked in Carolina, but most
Now, I
other
don't
places.
know. When I was watching EB wasn't cooking. He didn't know how to
No,
adjust.
listen. He
Yeah,
won't
he
that
was getting cooked. That's what he was doing. He wasn't cooking. He was getting cooked.
Yeah, gang, Telly. You got to remember though, Sam was a pure rookie he wasn't a rookie, but he's sophomore pure. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam, first time on this.
I mean, he was playing good though.
Okay, so why don't y'all keep him and try to see if he can grow?
Nah, we got time for that. I'm saying, like,
y'all didn't develop.
And I love Sam, bro. Sam, my man. That's my boy.
Y'all didn't want to develop him.
Y'all ain't want to take no time with it. Even though y'all tried to tell us he was him.
He's not a bad quarterback.
He's him.
He's not a bad quarterback. So listen,
I think I heard
y'all,
that.
I know on Twitter, y'all know about
he was him until he was not.
I know y'all know about Caleb or bust. You know what I'm saying? COB game. I was vice president, but my president decided to stop running, was doing whatever, stop supporting Caleb. So anyway, I'm now Caleb or Sam, bro. And we don't get Caleb, man. I don't mind running back with Sam, and I'm up here publicly saying I don't care. I don't mind running back with Sam.
How we know if Caleb Williams is the real deal? How we know Caleb Williams is an NFL guy? I've seen a lot of weaknesses in his college career.
Guys, but I'm gonna be honest. I like what I see. I like what I see.
I don't see Patrick Mahomes. I don't see Patrick Mahomes.
I don't like that comparison. I don't see Pat like I see what they're at.
Bump all this Caleb talk. What you want to give up to get him? Because you're gonna have to move up to get Caleb.
That's fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, the Bears look like they about to zone in.
You can take my first for next year. You can have my second for this year. You want a third?
They don't want that.
Yeah, what you mean?
Nah, you got to come up off a whole lot more than that.
I'm gonna give him 3 picks.
Somebody's gonna offer more than that to get him. And you know, it's gonna be somebody lower than y'all.
But how far would the Bears want to move down?
Depends on what's getting offered to them.
It's a lot of talent in the grass.
I guess we got it.
If they think Justin Fields is the guy, then their next step is to try to put pieces around him. So they're gonna see what the best offer is for the first round.
So you want to put surefire pieces if you're gonna do that, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah,
you want surefire?
They got another top 10 pick, Trell. And if they were to go get
they got two
one, and let's say they're scared that a guy not gonna be there, all they gotta do is trade up. I just got a haul. It ain't nothing for me to get rid of 2 or 3 of them picks to move up.
But listen, all right, in this draft, who are if you had to build a team, don't forget who your squad is, you just building a dynasty team from this draft alone. Who are the surefire players in this draft right now? Surefire, like we ain't messing up. Give me these guys.
At quarterback, Michael Penix.
No, it don't matter what
position.
No matter what position.
Harrison Jr.
One.
Malik Neighbors.
I'm gonna answer Caleb. Caleb, I want y'all to get Caleb Williams. I'm not phased.
No, not Caleb. Caleb is not Cam Smith.
Okay,
Malik Neighbors.
Marvin Harrison.
Malik Neighbors.
Joe Alt.
3.
Joe Alt.
I don't know if you want to throw Rome in there.
Don't put Rome in top 5. Good though.
Keon Coleman.
No, he not sure.
No.
Everybody on him, man.
I'm talking about these dudes.
Olu is so far.
Olu, okay, you got your bookends with all in Olu. I can see that.
Okay.
I might be biased here, but I'm gonna say Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner to me. Dallas Turner can't miss.
He ain't no top 5. He ain't no guarantee.
Okay.
You said can't miss players. I gave you a can't miss players.
Here's a question for you, Trell, because you're a Carolina guy like me.
Yep.
Is Drake May a surefire guy?
No, he's not surefire.
Not sure. Oh, somebody said Brock Bowers. How about that?
Yeah, 5. Brock Bowers.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I don't.
Trevontae Sweat.
Man, that's that Bama talking, man. I ain't trying to hear that. That's
Nah,
that Bama
nah, I
talking.
like him. I like him, but
I like
I
that,
don't
man.
agree that he's a can't miss. I
That's
think
that Bama.
if you put him in the wrong situation, I think somebody could ruin Brock Bowers.
So
It has nothing to do with his talent. It's just
it
based
took
off of
us,
where he ends up.
it took us about 4 minutes to build 5 players. What? So, and back to relation to the Chicago Bears. What if I got Justin Fields, I'm gonna stick with him, and I need to build around him. I'm probably not going to move out of that top 5 because after that, the rest of these guys are just great prospects. These top 5, like, man, these is blue chip players that I know day one about to come in and do what I need. So with Justin, you got them 2 bookends with Olu and Alt. You got what's his name? Who we just say?
Neighbors,
Brock Bowers.
Marv,
Neighbors and
And then you got Marvin Harrison, who number 1. And then, man, listen, stop playing, bro. Chicago not moving out. No, they not moving out of top 5 with that pick. I don't care if they got that number 9.
So you think
I'm
you
but
think they're gonna stick with
Trell.
Justin Fields?
At those top 5 guys you just mentioned, almost every year, one of those dudes ends up falling. You know what I'm saying? One of them at least.
back. And then Trell, what you
Yeah,
saying? It sounds
who of
good.
them gonna fall? Them bookends gonna fall because them quarterbacks
Yo,
gonna come
it's
up.
gonna probably be them, yo.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds
gonna be
good
a
what you
quarterback
saying.
going.
You saying 5, but
But listen, what
you
I'm
got
saying,
5, then you got 3 quarterbacks going at least. And then now they talking about JJ McCarthy could go. One of those dudes is going to be there at 9. And if
but
they
my
don't like, if
premise
they
is
want to, they can move up to get one of them too. I'm just saying
the,
they gonna
the
be
premise.
there.
Yeah.
The premise is building around Justin, though. That's what we say. That's the premise. So when I'm even if them 4 quarterbacks, well, two quarterbacks move up, you still gonna lose out on Marvin Harrison. You put Malik Neighbors up here, he's probably gonna be gone too by the time they pick again, and Brock Bowers. So they're not gonna kill themselves moving out too far out of that top 5 range, regardless. I'm telling you, man, like that,
I agree with that.
it's not gonna happen.
I
Hold on.
personally think that they should keep Justin Fields and just build around the guy.
Think about it like this too.
That's-
They are the whole premise of taking Caleb is because quote unquote we miss taking Pat Mahomes. Now you think again they're gonna miss Caleb and miss a generational wide receiver and potentially 2 offensive tackles and a tight end just to get a Rome Odunze at number 12? Hell no.
What's
They're
the
not
point
doing-
of
it's not
getting?
going- they weren't going
What's
to
the
go
point
that
of
far.
getting
I would
just
say like
Caleb
6 and
Williams?
7 would give them a crazy haul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That might
It
get
had to
Hey,
be 7.
I
'Cause
can't
we
I
not
think
debate
they should
trading
just
up.
build around a guy. I mean,
I can't
if you bring
debate
in
that.
Caleb Williams, you're gonna be in the same
7 still a
situation.
good spot. Because y'all
Well, look,
at 6, Andre, right? Y'all at 6, right?
yeah, but I don't want Caleb.
No,
And
I don't
y'all
want
get
Caleb at all.
think
y'all
about the
getting
quarterbacks
JJ
we're not
McCarthy.
talking about.
Well, I'm
Go ahead
saying
and
if you trade up to number 1, more than likely you taking Caleb. I don't want Caleb.
You
Andre,
getting
Really,
JJ.
the quarterback I want is Master P. Give me Master
get
P
Bo
and I'm good
Nix.
money.
Michael
Bo
Pitt.
I
And
don't
Nix.
that's
want
the
none of
thing,
the
though,
other
Trell.
quarterbacks.
That's the thing, Trell. It's like this is a quarterback draft. We've seen teams be thirsty for quarterbacks in drafts that didn't have quarterbacks. This is a quarterback draft. Teams
Yeah.
are going to be thirsty.
I disagree.
And guys, we haven't even talked about Penix, Daniels, McCarthy. Like all these guys going to get overdrafted. Watch.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah,
Nobody talking about him.
but Chicago's still not gonna commit any kind of harm on themselves by trading too far down. I don't see it. Not with the surefire guy. I don't see it.
You
Not
believe that if
2
you
years
want
in a
to.
row. Nah.
I want y'all to get Caleb Williams. I don't
Hey,
want no
Dre, what would you feel if
excuses.
the Giants moved to 1? Would you like that? Would you move to 1 to get Caleb Williams?
Oh
you
No,
my
gonna
we have
God.
way too many. We
What?
have way too many holes to be moving up to number 1. I mean, we don't have a running back. We need at least 2, if not 3, offensive
Being messy.
linemen. I don't know if I'm gonna have my safeties. Like,
Boy, Twitter Spaces would be on fire if they did that
What?
shit.
Oh my God, man.
Hey.
Listen, you
Man,
understand.
you
Daniel
would be
Jones.
on that for like a couple of days, boy. That would be the worst thing for y'all. If they were the ones that moved up and took Caleb from you, man, that would be the nastiest.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to all the commander spaces. Let's believe that.
Oh, that
I'm
would be
looking right for Telly.
disgusting.
Shout out to Telly if that happens.
Y'all would not,
Yeah.
yo, Telly, yo, all y'all would not be able to live on here. That'd be crazy.
So listen, I'm gonna ask y'all, like, as far as like a wish list and free agency right now, is there anybody that's like, yo, he needs to be on my team? Like, is there anybody right now y'all can think of?
Xavier McKinney. Bring him
Xavier
back to New
McKinney.
York.
That's my answer too.
Oh,
Xavier
Oh no,
McKinney.
yeah,
that's nasty.
Yeah,
No,
come
you
to
stay
Philly.
away
yeah,
from
nah,
Xavier.
he's a commander.
No.
Come to Philly.
No, you have a second round safety that you had playing special teams last year. You stay away from Xavier McKinney.
He's
Oh,
hurt.
Quan?
And you
Come on,
He's
Quan?
hurt.
had the opportunity. You had the opportunity to draft Brian Branch, but instead of drafting him, you said, "Oh, I'm gonna go draft another Georgia player." Y'all stay away
That's
from Xavier
okay.
McKinney. That's
We
my
can,
player.
hey, listen, that's okay. We can just come to. We can still sign with Xavier McKinney. It's all good. He wanted the money.
Nope.
He say
He gonna stay in New York.
he sees things from a bird's eye view. He already sees the vision. He see the vision already.
He can stay in New York. He's not going nowhere.
Philly, man. That's
So
the piece.
Deuce put in the chat earlier that y'all were Shay, y'all were looking at Bryce Huff. That's who I want. Like, he's a
That's
free.
another one I want.
I would be down with Bryce Huff. Pause. I would like that move.
Yeah, I don't want the division if he ain't with us.
If we're going to lose either Reddick or Hassan or Sweat, that would be a good replacement right there for sure.
No,
I think he could play the 3-4.
Yeah, now Huff, I wouldn't mind Huff because Aziz can't stay healthy. Like, Aziz is a good pass rusher, but because he can't stay healthy, I'm looking for another pass rusher in the draft or in the free agency.
We ain't got no pass rushers. We don't have any. All our guys are backups. So we need a starting caliber edge. Like, we don't have any.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all was hyping up one dude after y'all traded away both of your starters. Y'all was hyping up old dude. What was his name?
That was seasonal motivation.
Who was the other dude? KJ Henry? Was that the other dude?
KJ is still in development. I can't say he's started yet, but
I was hyping up Casey Hill like he was about to be somebody.
Two sack, 2 Hill. Nah, man, my boy, he a backup. It just is what it is. He's a backup. I like 2 Hill as a rotational player, but he ain't no starter.
Y'all might go ahead and get Dorrance Armstrong out there. Dante Fowler. Them Dan Quinn boys. Don't be surprised, man.
That actually makes sense. I lie to you. That makes a little bit of sense.
Don't be surprised, man.
If I was you, Trell, I would be worried about that offensive line. But you probably have the worst offensive line coach in the history of NFL football. So it's not going to matter who you bring in. I'm telling you now.
Hey, Trell, you know that's the reason why we didn't hire Cliff Kingsbury is because they tried to bring that dude over as offensive line coach to get rid of RS, and we was like, hell no. That's why
I wish that would have happened.
Y'all can get Tyron Smith.
He's around a bunch of fresh faces, you know what I'm saying? Ex-head coaches and Anthony Lynn and Cliff now, you know what I'm saying, with Dan. Like, he gonna get his act together. I'm not worried about him. He's just one coach out of many, you know what I'm saying? My concern is it's just the players on the field. We do have to draft the O-line because the players not good. If we're just being honest, my O-line not good, man. We got some holes everywhere. We just cut Charles Leno, so we got to replace him at left tackle, obviously. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm very interested to see how they're gonna play this out because there isn't a lot of options in free agency when it comes to offensive linemen, and the draft is rich, but guess what? We need a quarterback too. So how are we gonna play this? You know what I'm saying? Like, we do have an abundance of picks. I think that could help us move up if necessary. But it is what it is.
I mean, y'all should be good though. Like, if y'all need offensive linemen, there's gonna be some guys still there at the beginning of the second. If I'm not mistaken, I still got like 2 picks in the top 45 in the second round or something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just in the second. Yeah, you'd be able to get a guy like that.
We got 5 top 100 picks.
Yeah, I got 4. I got my 5th one right outside the top 100.
We got 4. We got 2 seconds.
Oh, so everybody got 2 seconds outside of the Cowboys then, huh?
We gonna get it. I'll tell y'all after the commercial break.
They just broke all over, man.
I'll tell y'all what we gonna do after the commercial break.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go to this commercial, but because I want to hear from these broke and non-pick having team and the Cowboys. But yeah, let's go ahead.
What up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie from the H-Town Rundown Podcast. Y'all go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at the H-Town Rundown. Y'all go ahead and follow us as well on YouTube at the H-Town Rundown Podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Spotify as well at the H-Town Rundown Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, would you say you getting your car service?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get my car service.
That joint was nice. Sound look like a mega church.
Oh, what'd you say?
It's like a mega church.
I was at the coffee. I thought we were in the commercial. I was on the coffee machine.
Somebody said I like KJ here. We'll see how he goes. Yeah, I think KJ is. He has plenty of potential. And he showed it. So I don't think he's gonna have a fall off or anything. Sophomore slump. I think he's breakout. I don't know what that breakout is gonna be, but I do think he's gonna have a good season. There ain't nothing wrong with Dante Noah doing those are good pickups. Yeah, but I'd rather have Bryce Huff. Y'all good, Andre, with it in the secondary though, right? Like even with Xavier leaving, like y'all had a backup safety, I thought.
I don't like James Dalton at all.
Yeah.
And our new DC Shane Bourne, he likes to run a lot of 3 safety looks. So we're gonna need another safety. Like I do like our strong safety, Vincent Pinnock. He's improved. I think he'll take another step this year. He was a UDFA when we brought him to the Giants. He was from the Jets practice squad. And you saw him make a couple of plays year one, just kind of as a substitute role when Julian Love wasn't in there or maybe McKinney wasn't in there when he got hurt. But year two, that's when you really saw him take that next step. And I was comfortable with him being a starter out there, but I don't have another guy I can put out there next to him that's anywhere near Xavier McKinney. Xavier McKinney to me is probably one of the more slept on players in the league, just because he doesn't have the stats.
He's a top 3 safety in the free agent right now, in my opinion. I think he's number 2. You know, I got Justin Simmons ahead of him, obviously, but Xavier, he's right behind him. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he's a commander. I'll say that.
That's not gonna happen.
Hey, it can happen. Oh dang, Judy! So they only gave up a 5th and 6th for Jerry.
A 5th and a 6th.
That's nothing.
That's a steal.
That's nothing.
That's crazy. There has to be some kind of.
Isn't that what they got Amari Cooper for? Something like that, like a 5th.
It was a 5th. It was either a 5th or a 6th. I think it was only 1 pick for Cooper.
Maybe 1/5. Yeah.
I think Judy is like in my opinion, he's a secondary like a wide receiver 2, but he's a really good wide receiver 2. And I think the situation he's been in, like, not that he checked out, but I don't think he was fully committed. So I can see him like rebounding, you know what I'm saying, in Cleveland with a fresh start. Hey Dre, some of the comments said they can they can barely hear you.
Oh, they can barely hear me. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold up. I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, Shay, man, McKinney, Huff. As far as my wish list,
we just need safeties.
Y'all good on the edges, on the boundaries?
Shoot. We trading Josh Sweater, Hassan Reddick? No.
I mean on your boundaries, on your corners.
Cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Is that your question? You know we're not good there. It was bad last year. Bradbury. I think Bradbury is like if we cut him, it's like a $4 million dead cap hit. That needs to happen, and he got to go. He got to go. Slade probably gonna be here for another year, work through his contract, and he'll probably be going too. But Bradbury, he got to go. Slade
a veteran leader. you know, he still got some stuff in the tank. I
A little
don't think
bit. Yeah, a
he's on
little
the
bit.
backside of his you know, his peak if we being honest, but I don't
Yeah,
think he's hurt.
he was. I mean, like, but so like the secondary as a whole was bad, but he at least was okay at some spots of it. Bradbury literally just got feasted on week after week. It was just like it was costing us games. Like he got to go. I think that holding call in the Super Bowl really affected him in the head. You know how we talk about people getting affected in the head. I think that messed him up because man, it's like he didn't play with any confidence last year. And I feel like he was probably worse. I don't even know if Andre. I don't know if you even saw him be that bad in New York. Like because
No, he was actually decent for us.
he was great last year. It was like one of the biggest fault loss of a player I've seen. As an Eagles player, it's crazy.
Yeah, now Bradbury wasn't bad for us. It was just with Bradbury, the problem was we couldn't afford to keep him. We just didn't have the money to keep him.
Yeah, right. We got him on a decent deal because y'all cut him. But we signed him and Slade to 3-year deals last summer or last spring, and I think like after like 2 years, there's outs just in case like there's like performance issues with him, and like there's an out because we can cut him June 1st, and that can't be as bad. But it probably needs to happen. We're looking at cornerbacks too. We talked to Kool-Aid. I know we talked to Nate Wiggins. I think we talked to Arnold. I don't know he's gonna be there, but we talked to him.
Ontario,
Yeah, we did.
Terry, I'm gonna be gone by then.
I don't want
You
y'all to get none of them names you just said. None of them.
sure.
Them boys good. I ain't gonna lie, them some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ain't trying to hear none of
You know
that.
how they
Miss
do? They
Janet,
always get the good ones.
do you think we pick
I
up a
just,
vet QB? Yeah, I would. It wouldn't shock me if we pick up a veteran. There's trade rumors about us trading Sam Howell. Uh, fourth round. I don't know how true. If he wants a fourth round, that's crazy. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but that's a whole nother conversation. A whole nother conversation. Yeah. But look, we nearing the hour coming up here. Oh yeah, appreciate that, dude. So the next episode of the Trenches is gonna be kicking off on April 20th at noon, 420 for y'all, who celebrate that holiday, quote unquote. but yeah, man, any last remarks y'all want to add in? I'm saying before we shut it down.
I'll let y'all go for it.
I don't know, man, just tap in
Oh yeah,
with us
hey,
and go back
next
live
show,
on the 20th.
I'm gonna be in my studio, so we'll be good.
Before I shut down, because
Oh my bad.
well, we will say, yeah. So the next episode will be right a week before the draft. So I'm gonna ask this. I'm on record, on live right now. Do Bears draft Caleb at 1, or is that pick traded? I think it's traded.
I think they'll keep Justin Fields.
I think they go with Caleb Williams.
Okay. And I know this ain't no Caleb or Bus show, but hey, I'm hosting today. Caleb or Bus, baby, let's go. But I appreciate y'all joining in, tapping in with us. As always, it was a friendly edition of the Trenches today. It might get a little rough as we get near the draft, but especially when the season kick off. But again, appreciate y'all joining in, and until next time, HTTC.